So recently, Montana decided to ban TikTok or plans to ban TikTok from the entire state. Now, I did see somewhere where they will allow people who currently have TikTok to keep it, but it won't be in any app stores for you to download, of course. Now, in response to this, TikTok decided to file a lawsuit against Montana. It's very interesting that Montana decided to do this. Now, I'm not going to go into the court proceedings and the legal proceedings regarding this situation, but I'm going to talk about the ethical ramifications and my personal opinions. So, Montana obviously believes that TikTok is a innate Chinese organization that China will be able to get more information about Americans or are manipulating Americans to be dumber than they actually are. Now, obviously, that's a very Republican type mindset, conservative type mindset. And this is kind of my issue with conservatives. I do have my issues with progressives because progressives sometimes go too far, whereas conservatives want to pull back way too far. Is it because it's a Chinese made organization that we're having problems with it? Or is it something else entirely? Is it the fact that, for the most part, TikTok mostly produces progressive content, not conservative content, and definitely is more anti-conservative compared to being anti-progressive? So it's more of a progressive type platform. Is that the reason why? There's a lot of inherent reasons why Republicans and conservatives want to get rid of TikTok. Of course, I know this. It's much more unfair to them in terms of their own type of ideology. But inherently, when it comes down to freedom of expression, freedom of speech, this doesn't make sense. Unless you have some tangible proof that an organization is in detriment to the country or to the state, banning something like this, I feel like maybe going too far. Because that means you're kind of restricting content. You're kind of pushing what you want your people to see versus what you don't. One of the great things about America has always been the freedom to kind of express your individuality and access information. And sometimes that, goes against the country, goes against the status quo. That's kind of the hallmarks of what makes America so great. So, in response to that, this type of restriction sets a bad precedent moving forward. Every country that decides to make a platform for themselves are going to say no, we don't want that app or that software to be used in our state. Anytime it's pushing a movement that I'm against, am I going to say nah, I don't want that in my state? Restricting other countries because they create a platform, restricting ideologies. If you look at the reverse, what if, someone like California decides to ban the Daily Wire? That would be crazy, right? Unless they get tangible proof on why they are banning TikTok from their state, that China is using this information inappropriately in terms of the information they're gathering about Americans, then right now, what it seems like is conservatives being absolutely stupid. And that's my TED Talk.